Yeah. Why don't you remind me what happened last time?
Well, what happened last time is a bit of starts off with a couple of phone calls. We'll say Johnny reaching out to find out information about Marlock and how to deal with that, saving his young daughter's soul. Apparently, that he found out was in the clutches of a demon lord. As his contact, he came in contact with someone else, information broker, we'll say for lack of a better word. As Villarago across town was given his first assignment by Mr. Harris. Uh, Well, Villarog was a bit confused about the eccentrics and the naming conventions that's going on, even though he tried to push for a couple of other ideas. God, I got flashback. Sorry. Um, well, a bit weird, decided to go with as he met them in the an alleyway and had said hello to Nick Fury, a man hiding his form and face. Seemed to be willing to help as he revealed that what his intentions are and what he needs help with. And of course, Nick Fury gave him advice, and of course, telling him not to let the Demon Lord know how important the soul is to you, because that also could be a factor in just how hard it will be and the price still that Moloch could ask for you. Good news is that, well, he knows a guy who can be used for negotiations to ensure the transfer of the soul, hopefully. And just give us some time, he can see what he can do. And Johnny was, of course, grateful as they discussed more before taking their leave. I believe as well as Johnny texting Wanda to have a chat later as he needed more information to process exactly what to do. It's a bit of a, well, he's jumped right into it, but there's a lot of information that he is basically unaware of. On the other hand, Wanda was saying hello to her new boss, co-partner, whatever you want to call it, Virginia, who was here to watch over the defense magic and things like that, as well as to ensure Wanda doesn't do anything a little bit silly with the sanctuary. As they talked a bit, and she asked who exactly was allowed in without too much trouble, as Wanda gave her only two people she could really think of who would even come here, being Victor and Cammy. And well, after saying goodbye, Virginia, her and Victor talked as Cammy went off to get a bit distracted, as he revealed that he has a bit of a plan, but it will means he'll be away for a bit. Much more likely, Cammy would be heartbroken with that, as well as the fact that while he's not fully, he was taken in by the Fae, he didn't go through too much trauma, at least from what he's saying. But he's aware of their plans and what they intend to do, as he revealed to Wanda that they want to have more Fae, and whatever that means to whatever means necessary, apparently. And apparently they're going to choose the worst route about doing this, as well, they very very badly want this, especially since some other event had happened, which their task of making more Fae failed horribly. So they are desperate, and we don't have a lot of time, apparently, especially since Darius seemed to have had a hand in the previous creation, much to Wanda's surprise. He does, while he's not aware of all of his friends, he does know a particular Fae that Darius had mentioned. He's a bit leery, as his Fae apparently was one of the mortals that was part of the original plan, and apparently she was a demon who was split into two, one Fae and one demon, theorizing that because of the original experiment that may have had factored into such a creation. Regardless, she was born of the Fae part is born of spring, and hopefully talking with her will yield some good results. And asking Wanda to please keep an eye on Johnny on his behalf. As she went off, leaving Wanda and Cammy behind, as Wanda explained to Cammy, much to her sadness, about her father taking off for a bit to deal with something important. Clara, on the other hand, was still dealing with deciding to engage with what it means to engage against Lydia, as needing to find out information, more people to hopefully help with the situation, went off to go talk to the Archmage, a man by the name of Gareth, an interesting character, as he revealed himself to be a bit eccentric, as she talked about shadows and darkness and bad things, apocalyptic things. He seemed to be very much able to shrug it off. Not all concerned necessarily, but hearing her words out as seems he's a bit more aware. Apparently with Freya as well, but he seems to find annoyance with that she may have followed him, or her nonsense followed him, as he seemed to be implying. And well, a couple of questions on her part, mainly asking the important question of what Claire intends to do when Lydia finds out, because it seems she hasn't really thought that far ahead. She more for herself, but what about her friends, her family, people who know her that could be used as collateral? And that until she can come up with an answer with that, he's a little bit leery of also getting in bed with someone who maybe in his mind be suicidal, as he seems not to realize the danger she is putting herself in. And as well as a bit of advice about Iniko, who may have a particular outcome she's trying to sell her or get her to get to that she needs to think about as well. And more talks. Him revealing, knowing Abaddon, but confused when she revealed Abaddon's new form, and he seemed to know what the hell that was about. Apparently, that also threw him off as well, and revealing that he rumors of such about his teaching, not teaching, but learning from Merlin. But he said no, I learned from his wife, Morgan Le Fay, actually, magic school, that type of thing. And I've also been to other several worlds, things like that. I've had a very long and fulfilling life. And if this all works out, I can show you around too. It'll be fun. As Claire seemed to be thrown for a loop, but willing to engage with this as they talk more. And he still needs to find out who exactly. So apparently, he's looking for some angel hunting things going on, some other questions and concerns, and he plans to investigate this on his own terms. Even though he doesn't seem to want to walk, as he finds it boring, but he must do what he must get done. Essentially, as he said goodbye and. Claire said goodbye, and they took a leave with the promise of hopefully having an answer for his questions. And of course, Johnny and Wanda met at some place in the bar to sit down. Johnny revealed to Wanda the extent of what's been going on, the fact that his daughter's soul has been lost, taken, and guys, why is there a poll over here?
Continue the recap.
Okay.
Stay the course.
Okay. Apparently, one of the worst things you could hear as a parent, especially since this entire time, these graves that he's been intending, this family he's been waiting to one day meet again, and death is not possible, possibly. And the guilt that he probably feels with that, as Wanda tried to be as kind as one can be by telling him exactly the truth of what happens to a soul, human or otherwise. And there's a lot of things that can go wrong in that process. No one really knows what happens to their soul. The rest, no one even knows is actually a thing that can be done, and what can be done for Cammy after he hopefully gets her free from Morlock, and has to think about what it means that she's been in Morlock's care for so long. It may not even be the same Annie that he's loved and cared for. And of course, the scary part as well is if his daughter's soul has been taken by Morlock, what about his wife's? It's not bad news, but it's definitely not good ones. But regardless, he still has hope that he can hopefully get his daughter back safe and sound and go from there, whatever it takes, basically, for them. And as we were talking, Johnny noticed that there was a particular set of eyes on us, a woman looking at Wanda specifically, as Johnny pointed that out. And while not wanting to start trouble, we tried to discreetly leave without too much confrontation, though as soon as we got up and Wanda made eye contact with the woman, she made herself known, revealing that her name was Wynn, and she seemed to know Victor, and had a question that she definitely needed to answer, and was hoping to have a conversation. And not wanting to cause trouble, but also not wanting to be left alone with the Fae with her experiences, Johnny went with Wanda to walk into her domain. A dangerous place to be, but we had to answer the questions, as she revealed that she wanted to know about love, as she had a tied up Victor and seemingly wanted to understand such a very broad concept, and as well as the fact, why can't she just have Victor for herself, as Wanda seemed to be very upset about that, and while also trying to explain romanticism and of course consent, hopefully, as while she didn't seem to grasp the entire concept, she seemed to understand some parts, and said thank you as she released Victor after Wanda specifically said, please don't do that. No, I would not like that. As she said, she's off to go save Darius now. Thanks for the help. I'll see you guys later. And took her leave to do that, as Victor apologized a bit for the eccentrics. This is why he was avoiding having a chance to even meet her, because he knew that she's a bit of a surprising understanding of things. As also revealing that as we left, that Darius's plans with her is insane, at least from his point of view, especially since he revealed to Wanda after Johnny said his goodbyes, feeling the atmosphere, that apparently Darius has a plan to put her in the chair, lead the Winter Fae. Wanda is very baffled, but you know what? Seems like this is part of Darius's MO. And of course, they had to have a conversation about what exactly happened, about Wanda confessing that she did love Victor, and what that means for them, as Wanda still seemed reluctant, but was truthful of the matter. And also her concerns about anything that they've been through, especially since it seemed to have ended so badly. But Victor seems to be a bit more optimistic about the whole thing. and what that means for us and the future for everything that we've been going through. I think that's where it ended last.
Yes.
So I tally these votes.
People have spoken, though. Democracy is wonderful when it works for me.
This place doesn't have democracy. This false court. What are you talking about?
Well, listen, look.
That's a skill issue,
The
Red.
votes have come in, Red. Look at this.
I want to recount. I feel like there's been some valid boxing here.
Well, Shadow did try and like screw over the from the diaspora, and Jill's an actual fence sitter. luckily, the opposition was divided, so we have won this. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind for the future. Right now, though. Right now. What's your plan? What is the plan? What is
For who exactly?
Well, I think it's like Wanda and Johnny that are like together, and I think you
Yeah, because one is
rescued-
doing.
you got Victor
Yeah.
out. I'm not
We got
sure.
Victor out. Yeah, as I say, we got Victor out. We are waiting now for Winch. She seems to say, "I'm going to go off and save
Yes.
Darius now," which was the plan. And I'm doing research for Victor to help him with his daughter, hopefully.
Yeah, I was
the
gonna.
soul
That's what I was
thing.
gonna ask. So now you're gonna. Cause I was looking like, okay, are you gonna focus on the soul thing then?
Yeah, because that's the only thing she could do right now, and she's going to help.
Well,
with that.
well, control me your sanctum.
Ooh, it's my first time I did my Sanctum roll. Let's see how it goes. This will. What the hell is it? God damn it! Should be under.
Come on, Wanda. I believe in you.
Oh, you shouldn't do that.
Give it to me, and give it to me raw.
I got a
Give me to me.
partial.
Give it to me, roll.
Yeah, I'll keep that in mind for the future. As you will be doing some research on this. I'm gonna cut to Villarago, as I think you did establish a meeting with Moloch, right?
Yeah, that was for my own personal things, though. I still need to meet up with Johnny first to actually establish what we're gonna do.
That's true.
Whenever, yeah.
So let's actually have that. Presumably, then Villarago, you would reach out to Johnny on behalf of Nick Fury, right?
Yeah. Nick Fury would reach out and say, "Okay, I got the meeting with my guy. This is the meeting spot, right? This is his place of business."
But yeah, but I think Johnny said that he would look for a bargaining chip before, because he has nothing to bargain with right now.
Yes, but while you're looking for a bargaining chip,
Or
it would be good to also establish contact, not necessarily have the meeting with the Demon Lord herself, but just kind of understand the lay of the land and maybe gain some more information about her to know what even to look for.
Okay,
So
yeah.
this is just Nick Fury telling you, hey, this is my guy with my connection to Moloch herself. You can talk to him. I will cover the debts.
Yeah, then he will go and meet the guy. What is
I mean, I think you already know Villarago, right?
You do.
yeah,
You're my
I think we
mechanic.
established.
You have done
Yeah.
dealings in the past. You know Villarago's reputation.
Mhm.
Damn,
Yeah,
he's gone.
then
He's gone.
I don't know if she's also aware that. I don't know if
Grunt
she's
has
also
left.
aware that. Oh, Grunt's left. No, he's dead.
I think the dogs have something happens to the dogs.
They're shitty.
shut on the floor. I think we said that Johnny repairs, like Villarago sends Johnny cars to repair, and he sells
Yeah.
them, something like that.
Yeah.
Then Bill probably would also know that Johnny has worked with hunters in the city before. It's not something he would hide, I think.
And Villarago doesn't mind. He's just that cool.
And for working, I mean, probably the use of his library and the use of a workshop. So like more of a quartermaster type of job, I guess.
What did you say? Sorry, I was reading a check.
I said for working. I mean the use of his library and the use of his workshop. So like taking care of technical stuff and stuff like that.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Actually, we might have worked together if Vil needed something.
Absolutely. Like
fixing,
like so it's like Anar,
technically and
you have worked in the past with him.
Mhm.
You're not like friends or super well acquainted, but you know of each other.
Listen, Villaraga considers Johnny his good buddy.
Yeah. As Johnny, you stop by the car dealership as his bodyguard would let you in.
Mhm.
Sit across from him in his office. Just the two of you.
Johnny! Nick didn't tell me it was you. Back in the business?
Hey, Vil. Well, more or less, I guess. No rest for the wicked, am I right?
Ain't that the truth? I haven't slept in years. uh, so,
So,
Nick said you-
how are you doing? Everything all
Oh, everything's going all right. I met a nice wizard. She kind of ratted me out. Things kind of went tits up on one of my schemes, and well, luckily Nick here is doesn't really mind some of my prior engagements.
What happens to the best of us, there's always got to be a plan B.
Yeah. He said something about you wanting to meet up with Moloch about Soul said it was person. What's going on here? What can I do?
Well, it's how can I put this? I know this is a bit weird coming from me. I've never really dealt with this kind of stuff, souls and things like that. Just wanted to ask you some questions about Moloch and get a bit of lay of the land, let's say, as I might have to bargain with her for something.
Mm. Now,
What is she like, and what do you think she might be interested in?
Grunt,
Yes.
you I haterade have never interacted with Moloch once. But Villarogo's known her for like 100 years.
Yeah.
What kind of person is she? Like, what's
I could hype her up, but we all know what happened in the other game.
even I know.
Now, see, Moloch. Listen. Let me sell you my cope.
all right,
Moloch is quite a powerful demon lord, but is also a demon lord that has operations across the world. Like fucking, we're talking most likely like hundreds and hundreds of agents. God knows how many schemes. And she's not the most hands-on. She kind of lets people do their own thing. She appreciates like people having their independence because she will reward good service. This is probably why you and her got along so well. Because as long as you did your job, you would get quite a lot of benefits and more leeway. As far as morals and scruples, she has none. Like, will go whatever length is needed manipulate, cheat, lie, deceive, hurt, whatever, to gain what she wants. Are you curious about anything in particular?
When someone interacts with her, how does she prefer to be treated? How should you talk to her?
Well, respectfully, but problem is when she talks to people, she will try to manipulate them instead. So she will actually model herself after certain individuals, try to sort of appease to whatever trouble they have. But she does definitely, like, if you want to have a pleasant interaction, respectful, polite, that sort of thing. She, unlike other demon lords, even because she's stupidly old, doesn't have that grandiose attitude about her. Even her health circle is relatively tame compared to some of the others. Now, she is still quite arrogant, but that's kind of how all of them are.
How likely is she to try and scam Johnny out of into a bad deal?
Oh, like 100%. Like,
Yeah,
if she
I feel like
figures
we're
it
taking
out,
that for granted. And we all know she's going to do, because if it comes to me rolling, Grant, it is going to come to me
Yes.
rolling the die. So I need to be prepared for this.
Okay. So, here's the deal. Moloch, you're really looking for the biggest of fishes here, if you get my personal opinion. She is very, very old. And I'm gonna be honest, I respect her. She's a businesswoman among women, right? Best of the best. Learned everything I know from, which should tell you something. If she catches on how much you really want this, she's gonna upcharge the shit out of you. You'll never see the light of day again. She'll have you wrapped around her little finger.
Yeah, I expected as much.
Nah. There, I could just get you an invitation. You go in there, do your best, have at it. Or maybe even I could help you barter. I could help barter on your behalf.
And Johnny looks a bit surprised that you would do that for me.
Not for you. Well, I would. But here's the thing. This is all being covered, mind you. I'll be sure to charge Nikki here for his services.
Of course, Bill. How wild of me to think that after all the time we've worked together. But
Johnny, look, Johnny. Don't think
I do understand the business. You don't need to explain. It's
Johnny,
fine.
the only reason I'm even offering this service is because I like you so much. If I didn't like you, I wouldn't. No one could pay me enough. Right?
Fair enough. And that is very generous of you, Phil. I do understand it. I think, well, since you know her and she might, I think I could bargain for her, but as you said, if she catches on about how personal this is for me, then of course she will try to up the price, which is why I need to ask my next question. And do you have any idea if well, what she likes is a bit too vague. If she's in need of anything, if she has any type of thing that I could get to bargain with. Something that she will think twice before refusing.
Ooh, let's Moloch has her fingers in a lot of pies. At any one point in time, she could be doing a million things, and she's pretty hands off about it. So she might not necessarily know the exact details of every single one of her schemes. You're probably gonna want to look for something that's generally quite valuable. Could have several uses. If you find something like that, there's probably a couple different things she could use it for. She might value it a little higher. My question for you is, how do you suppose you ask for this one specific soul without tipping off to her that it's important to you? Most people don't come to a demon lord asking for someone specific unless it's for a specific reason.
Of course, I expected as much.
You should probably find an excuse. At the very least,
Well,
who knows?
It is a human soul. I was told it doesn't have as much value as the others.
Well, that's relative. Soul's a soul, you know? It's valuable.
Can I say, Villarago, that actually is what makes this horrible, because it's like, why do you just want a random humans? It was a
Yeah.
more special one, or like more rare. It's just a human soul.
Yeah. Do you know of any mages who might need a human soul for a ritual or something?
Well, I do know of mages. I'm not sure any of them would. Even if they did, would they go ask the Demon Lord for it?
Who else you
Is
gonna
that
get
how it
souls from,
works?
really? We are.
Yes, but even in that case, I doubt they would still ask for a specific soul. Or, I'm sorry, I'm not that well known about rituals.
Now, Grun.
You could probably
At
just
any
go ask one.
point in time, how likely is it that she has like a certain number of children's souls below the age of this, right? Because maybe there's a chance, like, yeah, this very specific magic ritual requires a child's soul,
Yes.
and so it's like, hey, can we have a look at your children's souls? You know?
Yep. That is one way you could go about it.
Mm-hmm.
Placed enough criteria on it that it kind of sort of makes it like highly likely that you'll.
So here's the thing: talk to a magen. Try and see if there's any possibility that there's any rituals involving specific types of souls, and then have her come up with some criteria that would fit the soul you're looking for. Once you find that out, you come to me. I come representing you, and we are looking for the soul for a mage friend of yours for a very specific ritual, right?
I see. Yeah, that would actually make perfect sense.
And so bring your initial offer, right? And then bring a little something extra.
Of course. Just to be sure.
Oh, well, she's absolutely going to ask for more than your initial offer. No matter how good it is. It's just how business
Well,
works.
of course,
Now,
we're not
problem
going
is-
to offer our actual offer in the beginning.
Now, of course, you also don't want to lowball her on her initial offer. She's Moloch, right? So
Mm-hmm.
have your initial offer, make it reasonable enough, and then when she says, "Hey, these are hard to come by. I need some little extra," we're gonna drag our feet a little. You know, we're gonna make a bit, make a bit of a problem of it, and then we're gonna scrounge up the last bit, right? Hopefully, we can get a deal that way.
Mm-hmm.
That's your homework, Johnny. Luckily, I was already trying to get in contact with Moloch for personal reasons, but so I should have a meeting coming up pretty soon.
I see. Yes, that makes perfect sense, Bill. She's looking around. I do know who to ask about this. I'll
Right.
go do my part of the plan, of course. Thank you. As
By the
does
way,
Bill have any type of favorite cookies? Because Johnny will have prepared something for you.
do I eat? Is the question.
Do you eat? That is also my question.
The thing is,
Grunt, do I?
you don't need to eat, but can still do it if you want to. Just for taste, not for any sort of nutritious value.
Yeah, I mean, if you've
Probably
ever been
something
at the
spicy.
workshop, Johnny would have always like offered something. So
Probably something spiced. You know, like a spiced cookie.
yeah, nice. He'll like take out like one of those plastic containers and go, well, this is for you. I made it just in case. You know, I know you liked those the last time.
I certainly did. Much appreciated.
No problem. Yes. Peppers.
One more thing. Keep this on a very need-to-know basis. No really telling to who Moloch has in her employment, right?
Of course. Well, this is very important to me, though, and you know, I'm no chatterbox.
Break a leg, Johnny.
See you soon, and good luck with your meeting.
Oh, you're gonna be there.
Oh, I'm going to. Ah, okay. Sorry. Now me, Flavia, has gotten it.
Originally, I was gonna meet up with her to try and see about like
Yeah.
seeing if Moloch could back me on this whole like Angel War, and then I got the whole thing with Mr. E, and so it's not as important. But you know, hey, I can still use this meeting with Moloch to get to deal with you.
Yeah. Okay. Then I'll go procure our payment per se, and I'll meet you soon.
If you have trouble finding something about, come back to me. For a little bit extra, I might be able to talk to some people I know to get something.
Mm-hmm. I see. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind. As he thanks Bill again, and
You have to go to talk to Wanda, I assume.
yeah.
But for that, the people have spoken. So, Wanda,
So, no, I cocked myself. I do not want Red to suffer. Red needs to help me.
don't worry. This is not a fucking flash fire. This is gonna be slow cooking. Slow cooking. So, Wanda, as you're like at your sanctum now, sort of more like waiting on people, or on either Win or Johnny to reach out. Cammy will just approach you. Am I still out? Like, go out, or is that still a big no?
Well, at the very least, I don't, because I think we still have. Do we still? I'm gonna ask. Do we still have the protection that Victor traded for? Because it's now Darius put in that place. Does that still exists?
Yeah, from the Fae.
Yeah, for the Fae. Says, at the very least, I know your father had spoken of having you engage with some other individuals that may be of interest for you. Looking for friends? Or is there a particular place you want to go?
Well, to be honest, I want to go out into town.
Okay. She's trying to hold in. Okay. Are you sure that's a good idea, Cammy?
I won't use my magic. I'll keep a low profile. And I'll be quick In and out, just a quick shopping trip. Yes.
Cammy,
Yes.
I'm trying to be open and honest with you. What exactly do you plan to do,
Buy things.
Cammy? We've wanted a bit of a situation where keeping secrets has not made things really great for us as a whole. Can you be a bit more specific,
Yeah, but
please? For your mother's heart.
this is completely unrelated to anything else.
Okay. Are you going to buy something from a human or non-human?
A human. It's nothing. It's mundane. Okay, it's mundane things.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to try and give you more freedom, Cammy, because it's obviously that's just please be careful and use that cell phone that you apparently snuck into this house to call me immediately.
They'll be fine. Just don't
The
worry.
look Wanda gives us like, Cammy, one of us can teleport between places, and it's not me.
So,
Just no more crazy deals if you can avoid that too.
I'm just gonna buy a couple of things. God.
Okay, just be careful, as she will give her a hug.
Gives
Let
you
her
a
go.
hug. Like, wanders off.
Gets kidnapped immediately. Goes meets a demon lord for a while.
Well, I mean, Victor's around, I guess. Because you rescued him, so.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I'll let him know that Cammy's going out. Just so I don't know, we can do this whole compromising thing.
Yes, please. Thank you for playing into the stereotype.
What? Yeah.
Yeah, he's like just sort of organizing a couple of books. It's like looks at you and says, "See, you're still a bit messy. Why would you even like
I organized the way it works for me. For me.
I guess, but
Oh,
I-
is something wrong with my way I organize my books now?
I just am surprised you can find anything here quickly."
I twitch. You know what? Outside of the fact that you're horribly wrong about how I organize books, I wanted to let you know that Cammy had went out to go buy some things in town, just to keep you in the loop.
Wait, what do you mean go out into town and buy things?
She says she wants to go into town to buy mundane things.
What mundane things?
I don't know, Victor. She wouldn't tell me, and I could either force her to do it, or I can just trust that my daughter isn't going to do anything crazy or foolish.
Can make a familiar. It's like the snakes slither away. Go spy and keep an eye on her.
Exactly, which is why I told you in the first place. Good to know that we have an agreement at least on that part.
As yeah, you just see the snakes almost slither and disappear out of sight.
Well, I wanted to let you know I'm going to. Please don't ruin my book organizations while I do some research.
I
You could just.
can't ruin
Make-
anything here. It's all a mess anyways.
You could. Victor, you can get your own shelf and organize your own books in your own place, okay? Don't touch my books.
Okay. But then you can't ask me for help with any magical research.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is it hard for you to look through a pile of books to find them? Is it difficult for you?
It's no, but it's gonna take me quite a long time.
You're not gonna let this go, are you?
It does bother me, but I will try and be nice about it.
No, I can hear you being pouty the entire time if I don't give you what you want. So I'll let you organize the books.
Nah, this is your library, so you can organize it however you want.
I can. But I can still feel you being disappointed about it.
I'm not disappointed. You're just wrong about the efficiency part.
Okay, Victor. We'll try your efficient way, and then if I don't like it, we'll change it back. How about that? Can we go with that compromise?
That just seems like you will make me do the work twice.
Yes. But if you want to be efficient and prove me wrong, you want to have to do the work twice.
But you're just gonna make me let me organize them, say you don't like it, make me put them back to the way they were. And then what have I gained from this?
Victor, I promise you, if I like the way it's organized, I won't make you put it back. If I like the way it's organized, how about that? Will that make you feel? I promise. What do you want? Like a pinky promise?
And you're gonna be open-minded about it.
I will be open-minded about it, Victor.
He like reluctantly nods, not believing you fully, and start to reorganize things.
She mutters under her breath as she curls her eyes, goes to go and figure out how to do this whole thing with the soul baby. I mean, soul daughter thing.
Yeah, well, as you start doing a bit of research in souls, kind of annoying because you can't find the books. Where's the book on like soul trading and the soul economy? Well, I guess he moved it somewhere else now.
Victor, what the fuck? Victor, have you seen my book on souls and the transfer of souls trading? Do you know where that's at?
As Virginia would, there is someone who apparently is in the vicinity of the sanctum. You recognize them, Wanda?
Can she describe him, or is there like a camera feed somewhere I can take a look at and see who it is?
There's no camera feed, but she is sort of gonna point. She's gonna like kind of give you her phone, as you can see a picture of Johnny.
Yeah, I know him. I'm surprised he just didn't call or text. Yeah, he's a local hunter. I'm helping out on a job for him. I'll
Tell him
go
to be
and
careful
talk.
where he steps. He might get held backstep.
Yeah, thanks for letting me know. I will let him know immediately.
She like nods and
Yeah,
will look
Wanda
at
goes
Victor
on.
and be like, "This is horrible. What have you done here?" As they will begin arguing about how to organize things properly.
Oh gosh. No, we each have a different way of doing it. No one
Yeah.
agrees on what the book
There's
should be.
3 mages. That's 2. There's 2. That's no. This is why each mage has their own sanctum.
She will go out and meet Johnny, surprise enough.
Yeah.
Johnny, what are you doing here? You didn't call or anything.
Hey, Wanda. Sorry. I hope it's not a bad moment.
Not necessarily, but it might have been a bad moment for you if you took the wrong step. There's a bit of a couple changes around here, so just give me a call ahead. You might walk into a trap or a security measure that may place you in certain pieces around this place.
Oh, it just stops and stands still. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
Yeah, it's no problem, of course. Are you here to talk about Victor or something wrong?
I do have an update. I found a way to contact Moldak and might have a way to start a negotiation per se. I am looking for something to bargain with. I was told to ask about something that might be what did Bill say? Useful and powerful enough, but like in a generic way. I don't remember.
Something to, I guess, barter for your daughter's soul, I presume?
Yes.
Hmm.
What would the demon lord have
could
use
be-
of, apart from souls.
That could be.
Literally.
Yeah, so that could be anything.
Mhm.
Anything with power could be of interest. Even anything that you don't find useful, they can. It's hard to really say exactly without knowing the demon lord's particular set of schemes or wants.
So might be an artifact, a book.
Yeah, it's like you're asking to find a needle in a giant haystack under the ocean. Anything
Mhm.
could be of value.
I
Anything could be
imagine so.
and nothing at all at the same time. I'm going to be honest here, Johnny. I don't know a lot of demon lords, and I don't know this Moloch in particular. And if she's a smart one, seems that she's a strong one from what you're telling me, then that is a broad subject.
Yeah, no, I didn't expect it would be easy. Just using all my cards here.
It is of interest that the demon lord would snatch up such a soul, but again, mortal souls or not any soul really could be of value or useful. Grunt, did I learn anything from my little research with my Sanctum for Johnny's
No,
particular thing with his daughter? Okay.
Hasn't asked for anything concretely yet.
Okay, gotcha. If nothing else, I've been still working on their particular project for after you get your hands on her soul again, but I'm not too sure what I can help you in that regard to entice the demon lord.
Of course, it was worth a try. Thank you for your help, Wanda.
Do you know how you plan to get your daughter's soul without paying too high a price?
Well, I do have a plan. I'm trying to gain enough leverage per se, and the payment will be important. So, trying to find the right thing. I know it's not going to be easy, but well, because I'm thinking it's either I go back to Vil and tell him that yeah, I need your help, or maybe might Victor know anything about this?
I can ask him about it. I'm not too sure how familiar he was with souls, but I wouldn't be surprised if he has at least some knowledge on it.
Problem is, you have no. What's the actual question, Johnny?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair enough. No, it's fine. Don't bother me. I know who to go to. Thank you for your help, Wanda.
Very well. If there's anything else, just let me know. Give me a call.
Yeah, don't worry about it. You, I imagine, have plenty on your fuck is the saying, table to deal with right now. So
Yes, I do, but Victor asked me to help you, so I'm going to help as best I can.
thank you. And Johnny will shoot a message that basically says, I need to look for something a bit more specific because do you have any suggestion?
Johnny, you will kind of learn that in the talks. Like,
Yeah.
that would like
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, that's true.
So that's what I was gonna say.
There's-
No, you if you want the whole one of the other reasons you're here is to get Wanda to provide you with an excuse as to why you need that specific kind of soul.
Yeah.
Oh
So
yeah,
basically
that's true.
have her like find a ritual that would require such specificity.
I am Dumbo Bumbo. Sorry. My brain is in limbo right now. One more thing.
Yes.
Do you think you might be able to find? I know this is going to sound a bit weird. Do you think you might be able to find some kind of ritual that will require the soul of a child?
She has her eyebrows raised.
I
At
know.
the
Well, going and asking specifically for a specific child is going to be very suspicious, and we're trying to make it look like we're looking for random soul, for a ritual, for a mage, and randomly selecting that one, you see.
I understand. A bit of subterfuge. Very well. I can find some details, at least enough to make it so the Demon Lord believes you, and try to give that to you as soon as I find out more.
That would be very helpful. Thank you, Wanda.
Of course. You take care of yourself, Johnny. I hate to see you die so soon.
I will say this because to speed up this bit. In your small research for like souls and like general knowledge, one of the spells you did come across and you sort of put it off to the side was a spell that required a young soul. It didn't really specify the species, but humans are the most common.
Gotcha. Was there any information about the spell or what it was used for?
Well, it was a rather basic necromantic ritual that would allow you to use that to amplify your power for a short duration of time.
Ah, gotcha.
So
Ah,
nothing
yes,
too.
a strength potion.
Yeah, made out of children.
Okay. Okay. There is one a bit morbid, but at the very least, it could be a good excuse for your demon lord of yours. A particular spell that requires a young soul. I would tell them that a human young soul would be preferable. Used for a necromancy spell, empowering the individual. And apparently, children's souls or at least a young one, is a requirement.
I see. Yeah, that would be perfect actually. Not too complex, but
Well, the thing is,
good enough.
you can also lie. So you take this truth and you build it up into a bigger lie, which would make
Mm.
you roll. But I'll give you like bonuses to that roll if you lie.
Oh, Grant, that is so nice of you.
Yeah. Listen, I am nice.
You mean like try to make the ritual look more complicated and obscure
Yes.
than it is?
So
Mhm.
so that you can ask for more specific kind of soul.
Oh yeah, fair enough. So a girl, and she must be around this age
She
and
must
stuff
be
like
this
that.
age. She must have died due to like severe health complications. Like there has to be trauma. There's certain like physical
Mm-hmm.
characteristics she needed to have. She needed to have like a suffering parents to like have emotional. Like you can keep piling up on
Mm-hmm.
like conditions. Make it.
Yeah, that sounds perfect. Yes. Yeah. That is exactly what I was looking for. Yeah. Thank you, Wanda.
Of course. Good luck with your negotiations.
I will certainly need it. Thank you.
She nods and watches you leave, basically.
Yeah.
Yes.
Say hi to Cammy from me. Yes. Yes.
To watch her leave. Johnny, you
Oh
walk.
well, I yes. Tell me.
Stop being paranoid, Flavia. Johnny, you leave the cemetery area. You see this woman approach you as you're walking down the street. Your car.
Yes, sir.
Says, if you would spare me a moment of your time, sir.
He looks around a bit and goes, "Of course. Can I help you with something?"
Well, I believe it's more of how can I help you? Well, there is one way to gain your daughter's soul back. One thing you could trade to the Demon Lord Moloch that won't harm other innocents in the process.
I didn't know I was being eavesdropped on.
Are you familiar with seers, oracles, people who can see the future?
I know of them, yes.
And you understand that this is not spying, this is seeing into the future and understanding that you will cause great pain people who don't really deserve it. So I am here in order to
Are you
hopefully prevent that.
seer then?
As I was saying.
Are you one of the seers then?
No. I am the one sent to prevent that event from happening. And I understand your plight. It is only normal for a father to wish for his daughter's soul to be safe and at peace. But unfortunately, I cannot condone spreading misery to others. Which is why I'm here to point a solution to you that will ensure that those innocents will not have to go through the suffering. Question is, are you willing to listen?
Oof. Johnny puts like a hand to his forehead and just goes, "So let me get this straight, since it seems like you have a lot of information about me when I don't even know your name. You're saying that if I do go through with this to get my daughter's soul back, a lot of people will suffer for it?"
Yes.
How? It's just one human soul.
Fortunately for us, future is very hard to read. And it is even harder to exactly map out. If had that ability, free will would be meaningless, wouldn't it not? I do not know.
What would be
No, go ahead.
what would be your more humane alternative then?
Your wizard friend, a woman who lives underneath the cemetery, has a specific item the demon lord Moloch will happily exchange one soul for. There is a specific book that contains basic spellcasting lessons regarding demons and the infernal. At the end of the book, there exists a binding contract that allows one to communicate with the Demon Lord who signed their name on that contract. If you offer this book to Moloch under the pretense of not knowing what it is, not knowing its true value, Moloch's greed will get the better of her and she will take the deal, her daughter's soul back. And other people will be spared.
I see. Well, that is basically what you're just asking me to give a specific item. Is that it?
Yes. Show up with the book. Pretend you think it has a lot of worth. Let the Demon Lord look through it and she will find its true value. And you can just feign ignorance and let her sins be the downfall of her actions.
I see. He looks he looks at the woman up and down a bit and just goes, that is very good information. It's hard to believe someone is doing it for the good of the general people. So sorry if I'm a bit skeptical.
Why is that so hard to believe?
He like looks around and literally does like the Jack Travolta meme of looking around and goes, well, just easy to look around oneself and lose hope.
Then you can take a bit of comfort to know that there are those who do care about others. There may not be many of us, we may not represent the majority. There are plenty to make a difference.
I'll keep that in mind, though. I hope you'll forgive me if I'm let's say not too convinced about no, that's the wrong way. I hope you forgive me if I'll still maintain my skeptical stance. Thank you very much.
Skepticism is all well and good. It's your decision to make at the end of the day. I just pray you will make the correct one. Have further questions. Just gonna extend a small plain piece of paper with a phone number on it and the name Helvia. You may call upon me if you have further questions, otherwise I must.
Not again at the moment. Thank you. I'll think about it for sure.
I'll nod and as you see her like turn around and walk away.
Mm-hmm. Damn. Now, how hard is to get a seer to have a vision about you? Because, like,
Well, not that hard at all. Depends how much do you trust the seer, how much information you're gonna give them, and how good they are.
Hmm. Yeah, fair enough.
Because it also depends with how much information they work with.
This is because Johnny is thinking this is a bit like, well, first of all, she was spying on me, so fuck you. Second of all, that is a very specific.
Johnny does not understand the concept of seeing the future.
No, it's not that he doesn't like he understands that, but
It's like reading
How
the
can I
news and be
put
like,
this?
hey, this guy caused 10 people to die. Well, I'm gonna actually approach him because this is like tomorrow's article.
no, it's
not
more like he's
spying.
thinking. It's more like thinking, okay, they saw what I was going to do, so well, might as well tell him to do this while he's at it, so we can also benefit from it. That's what he's thinking right now.
Yeah, but that's not what she said, though. I mean, that's fine, but it's not what she said. Okay.
No, I know it's not what she said.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
he is going to message Vil saying might have found something to bargain with. So let me know when the meeting is set up.
He'll just message back. Great. You want me to check it over to make sure everything's kosher, or you're pretty confident?
No, I mean he still wants to like go have the conversation to gather information, not do the actual meeting, not to do the actual bargaining like the first plan. It's like, might have found something.
Okay, Flavia, walk me
'Cause,
through
like-
your plan. I feel like there's gonna be a tech flower pop moment. Walk me through your plan. What's the plan here?
The plan, I mean, originally it
No,
was
like
to
what's the plan?
go
What's your
talk.
plan right now? What do you want to do step by step?
Well, he is going to call either Wanda or Victor and ask about the book.
Okay. Okay. Then that's fine. That's fine. Okay. I'm just trying to like prevent you from meeting Moloch
Breathe,
and
breathe,
like
Grant, please. Breathe. You are. Breathe out.
But yeah, no, you can reach out.
Like, hey, I am still outside your house, basically, actually.
Did you leave something behind?
No, but is there somewhere we could have a private conversation?
You mean the place we just met 2 seconds ago? Yeah, I think can finish the conversation.
Yeah. Well, there was a woman waiting for me, basically on the other side of the street.
I think you
I
don't
see.
understand how big the cemetery is. Just gonna
No, I
point
don't.
that it's quite big. Let me find the Google Maps image.
Okay.
So it's not like you just literally cross the street.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
I was seeing the cemetery from the Batman movie in my head.
No, like this is, and you were sort of in the middle of it. Like this. It's a big fucking cemetery.
Damn.
God damn.
Yeah.
God damn.
So,
Okay.
I have a quick question. That means she would, it's mean that she was on cemetery grounds when
No.
she spoke to.
So
Okay,
so
okay.
Johnny
No,
left.
no.
So
I
that was like,
misunderstood. Yeah.
so Johnny talked with you near the sanctum, then walked out of the cemetery, like traveled all the
Ah.
way out, Once he like hit out
Gotcha.
the pavement on the street, that's when Helvia approached him.
Okie dokie.
Yeah. No, I didn't know it was this big, no. Yeah, so as I was leaving, there was a woman outside, basically waiting for me. And she approached me with some information. Said someone had a vision about this old bargain, and that I should offer a very specific item for any soul, as to save a lot of suffering from happening,
I see.
which was all very well. The specific item was Victor's book that I gave to you.
That's its only true value at the very least. And I assume you wish to use this to bargain for her if this woman speaks truth.
Well, if this woman speaks truth, I guess I could have rolled inside, but we all know how they can.
Now, Flavia, yes, you can in fact
Li-
do that. I'll be nice this time. I'll take the fact that you're in limbo and let
Listen,
you
Grant.
retroactively roll to figure someone out.
Grant, I can roll figure some out, but I don't expect
Mind is like your
much out
best
of it.
stat, I think.
Grant,
Oh,
that's the
come on.
funniest thing you've said all night.
I believe.
Like, I could have also rolled the best laid plans when I was making the plan with Vil.
Yes.
But I don't really feel inclined to roll anything ever again. Where the fuck is the roll, by the way?
It's figure someone out. Basically.
Oh, I found it, yeah.
See, it's a full success. You get to ask
Oh,
like
fuck my
two of
life.
those questions. 2 questions out of that list.
What's your guess? There's. I mean, what they're hoping to get, I think, is quite obvious. What's your character's beef with Moloch, I guess, or Abaddon? No, does John know that the contract is with Abaddon? I don't think he does.
I think she said it. But like
I-
it's with the demon.
Oh yeah,
I don't. No, actually, no. I don't think she dropped Abaddon by name. So yeah, but
no, no, but I don't remember if one that told or
Well-
no. I don't think Johnny knows about who the contract is with.
Well, what's
I
their
think
beef?
he knows it's.
Can still answer the question. So what's their beef with the Demon Lord? All they seem to wanna fuck up their plans, mess up their. It looks like whatever this deal is, it's gonna make the Demon Lord's lives harder. Not really sure how. But it seems like they don't like the fact that they don't. She didn't seem to like the Demon Lords at all. She seems to be she seems to have a lot of issues with them as the general thing.
Mhm. And who's pulling your character's strings, I guess?
Well, you're not really sure. But this is clearly involving a scheme that's way beyond her.
Mhm. Well,
I'm
he
gonna
is
say
going to
one of
double-
the listen, especially with the recent events ongoing. Well, angels have big beef with demons.
Yeah. Yeah, Johnny will tell this to Wanda and just say it does feel like she didn't particularly have a like to demon lores involved, and I do feel like my personal matter is getting dragged into something a bit bigger than I thought it would.
More than likely, especially if she was specifically waiting for you to have this conversation for her benefit, but it also could be your only chance to get your daughter's soul, or at least without too much headache on your part.
It could. The book is definitely something peculiar, and
Maybe she wants to have
wouldn't.
maybe she wants to have two demon lords talk to each other as a little telephone game.
Or I guess fight with each other, more likely. Create
True.
a diversion for something else. Well, would you mind asking Victor and Cammy about the book, if they would be fine with this?
I can
It's
ask
their
Victor.
book still, so
I can ask Victor. Cammy's out for a bit.
out. Well, good. Good for. He's like, good for her. With friends.
No, she's going out shopping. She wants to go into the city to buy some things. I am trying to allow her that space, she says with a bit of a grimace.
Ah, I see. Well, that's a big step, Wanda. I'm happy you are all making progress. What the fuck?
Progress is a kind word for what you're saying at the very least, but I'll ask Victor about it, see what it says.
Yes.
I understand your doubts, and it would be foolish for you not to. It's also hard to say exactly what machinations such supernaturals have when it comes to things like this. It could be a small step.
It is, and yeah.
Give me a second. Let me go talk to Victor and pull him away from messing with my goddamn book. So she goes to talk to Victor for a quick second. Grunt.
He is a bit annoyed that Virginia doesn't let him like do it. As he like turns to talk to you. This woman is aggravating.
Well, I like her at the very least. She seems
Of
to have a
course you
very
would
cool
like
little
that.
head. What is that supposed to mean?
Well, would you have liked her if she was aggravating you?
No, but there I would not. But she isn't, so she makes her one of my favorite people. Now,
Well, if she was aggravating you, I wouldn't like that.
do you want me to fight for your honor against Virginia?
No. But I
Are
do
you sure?
believe you are inclined to like her because I dislike her.
It's a small percentage.
I
At the
think
very
it's
least.
bigger than you would like to let on it is.
Okay. I feel like we're gonna have a conversation about this, which we will after I talk to you about about Johnny's dilemma.
What is Johnny's dilemma? More interesting than dealing with this.
Johnny apparently, after talk with me, was leaving the cemetery when he was approached by some unknown woman. Made contact saying that, Johnny is planning to try to bargain for his daughter's soul to a demon lord by the name of Morlock. And this individual told him that, well, if he does this, it's going to cause a lot of, I guess, deaths, a lot of bad things happening. And the best option for him is to bargain with the book you gave Cammy. if you give it to Marlock, then the Demon Lord will give Annie up without much fuss.
He is
terribly
like
convenient.
shocked as you're like, he's like trying to think. Why would the Demon Lord hand over a soul for quite rudimentary book? With-
Apparently, if he's gonna pretend like he doesn't know much, but the only thing of value for the book is what's at the end, which is that contract.
That just merely allows you to talk to Abaddon. Olaf
Maybe
could probably reach out to Abaddon directly and just do that anyways.
What if someone else decides to put their name in the book? Does Abaddon have to give permission to erase their name out, or can they be replaced with another name?
The book is done. You would have to destroy it and remake it.
I can't say for sure. Maybe they want to have a conversation. Maybe she wishes to scheme and lie through Abaddon through the seat. I can't say. But Johnny has concerns. I do too as well. But if this can save his daughter,
Does strike me as a bit convenient, but
terribly so.
I fail to see what harm can this do anyone.
And that's the frightening part. But at the very least, he wanted to get your input, and I presumably asked your permission for the book to give it to another.
So I don't think either me or Cammy would care for an object compared to one's very soul.
I thought so as well. So I'm going to give him the book then.
You'll nod.
And we are going to have a conversation apparently about some things. I think we need to have one of those again.
Well, again.
She just turns to go and find the book, basically.
Yeah, you'll find her in find it in her room.
And yeah, we'll go back out to Victor. Take a glance around Cammy's room, of course.
Everything
before-
seems fine. You know what? Actually, well, if are you gonna look around? Oh, I will say,
Yeah.
if you look around, there's an object there that wasn't there before, and it's sort of off to the side. Not like super visible, but it's noticeable. It looks like an empty set of frames.
Wanda will be a bit confused, but just regular old frames,
Yeah.
picture frames, I assume. She won't push, basically. She will take a glance, raise an eyebrow, but will ask Cammy about it when she sees her next time, because she's going to tell her what happened to the book anyway, so.
Is yeah. You walk out. Red, stop shadowboxing me in the comments, play.
Oh, I assume you were going to explain more of what's going on in the scene. She will go to Johnny. Well, Johnny, we understand your concerns, or at least the very least Victor definitely understands the concerns, but can't really see the whole bigger picture for what this means. But for your daughter's soul, I think this is I think we're fine with it. She will hand him the book.
Thank you, Wanda. Please say thanks to Victor from me too.
Of course.
This means a lot to me.
Of course. And be careful, Johnny. most things, convenient-wise, are the most things to distrust.
Of course.
But I'll let Victor know. Send him his condolences and good luck.
Yeah, I'll let you know how it goes.
She nods and takes her leave, hoping that there's not another person who kidnaps Johnny on his way out of the cemetery.
Leave me alone, please. I've been trying to move away from here for sessions.
So again, you get kidnapped, chaining you to this room for give Victor a playmate.
Yeah. Johnny, you just head over to Virago with this? Set up the scheme?
Yeah.
Or would you rather like...
He will go to Rago and...
No, go ahead.
Would I rather what?
No,
Die?
go ahead. I'm not saying it.
He will tell Virago that he has an item that might be of interest to Moloch, and that he will show it to him.
Yeah, sounds good. Bring it over, I guess.
Yeah, you can make your way to office. Are you gonna explain to him the full context, or are you just gonna like hand him the book?
Villarago himself would say, now, if you are sure of this thing's value, might as well leave it as is. If you're not sure and you want me to appraise it for you, I can do that.
Oof. I think Johnny would say, well, I am pretty sure of its value, but in the end, you do know Moloch best. There is no second shot at this, right?
Oof, not a great one. If you screw up the first meeting, she's gonna come back swinging harder the next time.
And that's what I would expect.
So you're gonna like sort of scour the book, see if there's anything like what the fuck would even be so valuable to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as you go, it seems like a simple ritual book, but it is at the very end you do find a interesting tidbit where there's a binding contract that allows the holder of this book to like directly communicate with the demon lord that signed said contract, which as you will realize, well, it's Abaddon.
I don't think I've ever heard the name Abaddon before.
Nope, you don't even know who the fuck this is. You've been around for a bit, though.
Yeah. Communication with this demon lord Abaddon. Who the fuck is Abaddon? Actually, did I know the OG Abaddon?
No, because he's an angel.
Okay. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like, who the fuck is this guy? I've never heard of this demon lord. Are you sure? I mean, there's a lot of things two demon lords can do together. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, I mean, if you're sure that communication with this person is worth a soul, all right. Got anything a little extra just in case?
Oh.
Got anything a little extra just in case, or?
No,
It could be an item. It
just
could be
this for now.
It could be information.
Problem is, there's no way in fucking hell just this book and the ability to talk to one demon lord is worth a soul,
Mhm.
Villarago.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know what? You
I'm-
can give me a figure someone out roll.
I sure will.
Try and figure out what the fuck would Moloch be able to even gain from this that's valuable enough. As you do have measure your mark.
I do. I was gonna mention that.
That's the only reason you're even be able to roll.
Oh, it's not a roll.
Well, no, you have to. Okay. So,
Whoop.
well, it's a mess, so you get to ask one.
Ask one. How could I get Moloch to give over the soul with this book?
No. I'm asking which one out of the two that are special to your move you want
Measure
to
mark,
ask.
okay.
Yeah. I think the best one, I'll be honest, will probably be the first one.
Yeah, what pressing need do I have that I might be able to address? Okay, yeah. I'll go with that.
As you can't tell how or why, but when demon lords have issues with one another, it does happen. Well, there are ways you can like fuck with one another. And usually, especially demon lords, when they fight each other, fight long con schemes that may like take decades, sometimes even longer, or like super complex to manifest. And well, this book might give Moloch an in to Abaddon, but it's gonna be able to give her an in through a way that Abaddon can't really properly vet. So technically, there would be a like this is just one possibility where, like, I'm just gonna hand this over to one of my minions and have them interact with Abaddon and see what information they can gain. Like this is one approach. Another thing that's quite possible would be to discern certain key characteristics about Abaddon themselves, just based on the signature and the way the contract is formed. There might be even more obscure spells that could use this as a catalyst for something devastating. Whatever it is, the goal is clear. Whoever told Johnny that this book is valuable, it's only valuable because they assume Moloch has a big beef with Abaddon. And this book would allow her to actually do something on that beef. And it's probably gonna fuck over Abaddon.
Alright. Question, Johnny. Who told you to use this book?
Johnny doesn't smile, but goes, well, funny you should ask. I was speaking with one of my contacts when this lady approached me, and well, she knew a lot of information she shouldn't have regarding what I'm trying to bargain for. Said that a seer had a vision about this, and that it would cause a lot of suffering unless the specific item I would bargain for with was this book. Didn't really seem to appreciate, let's say, the demon lords very much, if you catch my drift. Though I asked another contact of mine, and he seemed to think that the book doesn't really hold that much of a value. So
No. This is enough, but only if Moloch really doesn't like this Abaddon fellow.
well, the woman thought so, I guess, if she specifically mentioned this book. And let me tell you, this book is, I don't think, like, she of course was suspicious, but not many people knew about the book, so I don't think she was lying about it.
Well, no, it's most likely that, well, again, this book is valuable, and it could theoretically be valuable to Moloch. Yeah, as for the whole, people are gonna die if you don't use this book, probably a bunch of horseshit, I'm gonna be honest with you. But, bottom line, if Moloch is interested in screwing over this Abaddon fellow, this book should be enough. On the other hand, have you has your maid's friend been able to come up with a spell?
I lagged the fuck out, but I heard the last part, so yes. Apparently there is a necromancy ritual that involves the soul to
All right, wait. Before you go any
power.
further, before you go any further, so there's a spell
Yes.
fires a soul. Why don't you tell me exactly what this spell requires? Huh? And he's kind of giving you a look.
The soul of a child.
Okay.
Flavia doesn't get it.
Anything else?
Huh?
Anything else? Yeah, go on.
Why does he look so interested right now?
He's giving you a look that says, tell me exactly what the spell requires. And he's...
Oh, okay.
So yeah, soul of a child. Go on. Anything else that it might need? And he's still looking at you.
I'm so confused right now, hey.
Now, Flavia, you know that Villarogo has no idea about magic. So he is going to be one that is making the deal. So, he's relying on you to tell him.
In that way, you said it in such a way that like threw me off so much.
Yeah.
You're gonna roll me mislead. With a +1. That's you, Flav. After all.
You're misleading me.
Why am I misleading him?
Because he...
Flavia.
So the thing is, he will have to go and negotiate on your behalf with Moloch. So you're basically lying to him about the requirements.
See, here's the thing, Flavia.
Why am I lying?
Because, Flavia, if Villarogo goes to Moloch and lies to her face about what this requires and fucks up, we're cooked. If you lie to Villarogo and he believes it, then he comes in full faith to Moloch saying exactly what the spell requires.
Yeah, and
Guys, you can't both just like do Olympic level gymnastics and expect me to know exactly what you mean. Holy
Red
shit!
Matt, did you guys pick up on what I was putting down?
Yes. No, that's the entire plan. Like that was the whole plan, that you have to lie. The thing. That's what.
Yes, I understood that, but like you said it in such a way that it was making me think that Vil wanted to use a soul to do the fucking ritual. I was like, what the
No.
fuck is going on?
You need to lie to him and convince him that it's a lie,
Jesus.
so that he can't get caught with it.
Okay, I get it now. Yes, that makes very much sense. Holy shit.
Listen, hate's rolling.
Okay.
Because this would have been miserable if you tried to do this to Moloch.
How do I? You said add the thing.
Yeah.
How do I
plus
add
go
the
to
thing?
you'll have a section called forward above your moves. Put 1 in it. Click the plus.
Oh, I
And
see.
then roll and 1 forward.
And then the okay. Got it. Use 1 forward. Oh well.
Yeah, I mean, listen. You start listing a bunch of more specific requirements. I mean, Vil. She's probably having a hard time because I mean this is a game of telephone. That's why, not because. she's
Yeah,
lying
yeah.
to you.
You know, it's clearly this is very important to him, you know. I'm sure he's just stressed out about this whole thing. He's never met a demon lord before.
Yeah.
What did Flavio roll?
And partial success.
Hey, good enough.
Listen, at least it's not a botch, right? I'll take the partial success any day.
All right, I am.
So yeah, when inevitably Moloch will ask you under the zone of truth, you will be able to answer correctly. Masterfully
It's trying to-
done.
Well, how would I know that? See, this is what I mean with Olympic jumping.
It's not Olympic
Of
jumping.
course, you guys know, but how?
It's not Olympic jumping, Flavia. This is. Listen, that's why I'm saying this is fine. Hates the schemer. You're not. This is
What
why you need
zone
Virago.
of truth? What are you talking about?
Spells that make it so that it's impossible for you to lie.
Okay, that neither did me or Johnny knew about this, so
That's
this is the point
so-
I'm making. Like, how the fuck would I know?
You don't. You're not a mage. That's why you go to the specialists.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't understand what you're complaining about right now.
I'm not complaining about anything. It's just you made me so fucking confused.
I think it was Johnny himself is trying to give you, tell him the requirements that they need to make it so they can get Annie soul without Moloch knowing that its value is to you. But he doesn't need to know the
Yeah.
details, so he's trying to give you a way to make sure you guys have an out. So Moloch doesn't really
You know,
realize
I
he's
got
lying.
that part.
Yeah. At least that's what I thought was
Yes.
going on when I came back. I'm not sure there's more of
No,
that.
that is what was going on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but Virago, you'll be able to not lie when you'll be questioned. So congratulations, Hate. You have in fact created a safety net for yourself.
I can't believe the one time my shit ass scheme is actually coming together.
Yes. As somewhere across the city, Wanda, you're back at your sanctum.
Yeah.
As you just see like fucking Victor. You're gonna have the conversation with him now after you've given the book.
Yeah, I think we should before Cammy gets here, because Wanda's a bit. We need to have something's going on. We need to talk about this, and that's rare for her to do.
Yeah. He'll kind of like waiting, has that look on his face of like, oh god, I'm gonna hate this.
Yeah, yeah. Look, I don't know exactly what's going on. Normally, I'm the one who's the difficult, don't want to talk to people in this relationship right now. So, what's the deal? I feel like there's something you're not saying, and I want to get this cleared up before it becomes even worse.
That's everything I had to say. I had something to add, I would have added this.
Okay, let me try to clarify then. It feels like you're more pissy than usual, and you're looking for a fight for some reason, and I would know that because I'm always looking for a fight between us. So,
How
what
would
is
you
going on?
know I'm, say, pissy than usual?
Because regardless of how, okay,
What is even usual?
well, Victor, I know it's been quite some time, but I did at one point, we used to live together, and we're in a relationship together, so I know most of your moods. And right now, you're a bit more aggravating than usual.
Yes, it quite bothers me, the organization of your films.
I feel like there's something more bothering you, actually. You seem to make a couple of comments about, I guess, me and I wanting to hang out with someone who doesn't like you for some reason.
Well,
like what?
No, you're the one who was making comments that you like, the annoying one. And I
Okay.
just made an observation and, well, I also admitted a guess. An educated guess. Was I wrong
Okay.
about it?
Partly. I like her because she well, seems to understand the communication process between living with other people at the very least. But Victor, I'm not. Look, I know I haven't been the best with a lot of everything since we've talked to each other since we've gotten back. So I'm trying to make sure we're on the same page here. So I'm going to ask again, is there something wrong? Are you upset about something?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, I am going to believe you, Victor, and assume that you have no reason to
I've
try
never
to.
lied to you.
Okay, Victor. I'm going to assume that it's just me reading too much into things, as usual. So it's fine.
Yes. Always
Hmm.
seem to not take things at face value.
The look she gives him as she's trying not to get mad at him. Like, of course. It's my fault as taking things out of hand. So I apologize for the miscommunication, and I will leave you to get angry at the books. God damn it. As she gets up.
So Lance like, quite alright, I forgive you.
Excuse. I'm sorry. I think I just misheard you. What did you say?
You apologize, and I said that it's quite alright.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to take a breath. I'm going to assume you did not mean that in the passive aggressive way, and assume that you were just
Oh.
trying to be sincere in your words.
Because I am so. You can see I may not have changed, but you also haven't changed that much in years.
Can I figure someone out?
Yeah.
Can I roll? Do I get a +1 for intimacy with Victor or okay? Let's see. I think I can only ask one question because he's not in my circle.
Can I ask
right?
2 questions?
Dude. Okay. I guess. Yeah, I guess the first. Is there some beef here? Is this character having beef with Wanda right now? Or is it just Wanda reading too much?
No,
probably.
he is in fact 100%. As you remember one. That's been some time, but this is always how he has been. He will
Yeah.
state his opinion, especially towards you, completely unfiltered, in an effort to expedite communication.
Okay. Okie dokie.
And he is usually upset at you when. I feel like this would have been a problem in the past when
Yeah.
he doesn't read into your things, and sometimes you read too much into his own.
Yeah, I can definitely see
It's
that
like
being the
if she's
case.
gonna ask you, "Are you fine?" and you're like, "Yes," he'll be like, "Okay," and then like,
Yeah, I got you. One of those. I guess I'll ask, how can I get Victor to understand what, at least a bit aside of one, because I know it won't happen to be that she's trying to communicate properly with this guy.
I mean, understand what exactly?
Uh, understand what Wanda is seeing from her perspective. She's seeing from her point of view, like you were saying, like she definitely reads too much of this, but she's trying to communicate why she has a thought process like, hey, are you upset? Are you mad? Or are you having? I feel like there's more you're not telling me,
Well,
basically.
you can point out that he had the
Mhm.
like he had the passive aggressive tone and attitude.
I
Problem
got
is,
you. Okay.
he'll just say, "Yes, because I'm annoyed at the books. It's not you. I'm annoyed at the
Yes,
books."
I got you. Okay, I kind of figured as much. Just make sure there was no other. I just said, okay, you know what? It's fine. I am going to go take a breath, read a book, and calm myself down. You're right, Victor. Uh, I am thinking that you are saying something that you're not, and I will try to not make such assumptions in the future.
Good.
Yes, it's good. Good. Seems that we're still at the. Things haven't really changed, I guess.
So we've been here before. You don't need to make assumptions with me. I will let you know when if I
Yeah,
have
I
issues.
know. I know, Victor. I know. Uh, I'll leave you to your stuff.
Listen, I understand that it's difficult for you.
No, no. It's it's easy to forget just how similar and entirely different we are. I'm, I'm trying.
It did feel quite well to be, on the same page for a while there. Feels like we need a outside threat usually to bring us together.
As
Chuckles
awful
a
as
bit.
that may seem. Yeah, as awful as that may seem. Oh gosh. I thought I would have been different from who I was so long 15 years ago, but I guess the core doesn't change.
As you can see around him, the snakes rematerialize. Um, only, well, they seem quite charred.
Oh, god damn it.
As one of them is like before your very eyes, almost like its head is like regenerating. It like looks panicked. And the snakes begin to almost like whisper to him in low hisses. It's like he goes from a concerned to a panicked look.
What's going on?
Someone attacked them. I mean, maybe in danger.
Where is she?
She was at it's like electronics shop. I need to go find her
Okay.
now.
Okay, I can't teleport, but I can get there as fast as I can. And she's just gonna immediately grab a coat and presumably try to get there quickly. I'm not sure if Victor's following or he has a faster way to get to her than she does.
Well, he could teleport. The problem is he doesn't. The problem is
Yeah,
he's also not. He doesn't want to use too much magic.
yeah.
As unlike Zaz, I don't let wizards just fucking spam a bajillion teleports. As
If
yeah,
he
you
wants to,
both rush. It's not far because she wouldn't have gone like super far away. As you see, well, in the distance, you see Cammy as she's chatting with two people. As Victor's like, oh no.
Oh no! Oh no! What does that mean, Victor?
I think I know these people.
And they are who exactly?
They'll sort of point to the older man. That is Darius's father. I believe that the other one is his son.